Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to Ballonlea City, where the Ballonlea Angels are hosting the Olivine Ore. Olivine Ore are going to start out with Excadrill and Steelix, whereas the Ballonlea Angels are going to start out with Rapidash in its Galarian form and Grimmsnarl. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win today's battle, Ballonlea Angels or the Olivine Ore. Rapidash is going to start out having the speed advantage of 105 with that base 100 attack, and it's going to use Torment, so it's actually going to prevent Steelix from using its Metronome in future moves. Or future turns, so Excadrill down. Following up, it has that 88 base speed, but it's its 135 attack, and it gets a Sheer Cold, a one-hit KO move to start off this battle onto Grimmsnarl. Unbelievable. Unbelievable by Excadrill. Wow, just seeing that right at the start of the battle, that's amazing. And then Scorching Sands now coming from Steelix onto Rapidash. Rapidash is also going to be left with the burn. Wow. Whereas if it was the Cantonian Rapidash, I doubt that burn would have taken effect. And now we have a Alolan Ninetales coming out for the Ballonlea Angels. What an that Sheer Cold has just stunned me. Snow Warning taking effect from Ninetales, so it's going to begin to hail. That's actually going to impact on Rapidash, who's going to take damage in between turns. Ninetales is now taking over that speed advantage with 109. So let's get that 100 base special defense. And it's going to use Phantom Force, so we're going to see that move take effect on the next turn. Sheer Cold by Excadrill. First move of the battle for Excadrill. Unbelievable. If it can follow it up with a Fissure, and it doesn't, it goes with a Razor Shell, and it's going to target Rapidash. So Rapidash is taking more damage. Rapidash is already down in the red. This is unbelievable. Steelix has no moves left, so it's just going to use Struggle and take Rapidash out of this battle. Rapidash is now eliminated. That's 2 down for the Ballonlea Angels, and the Olivine Ore are continuing their impressive momentum. Last week they... sorry, not last... Yes, last week they dominated the Snow Point Frost... Sorry, 2 rounds ago. But they have just been dominating everybody, it seems. Last week they beat the Fortree Flyers, and so far now they're dominating the Ballonlea Angels. That Ninetales is able to hit Excadrill. We're going to get a Skitter Smack now coming from Excadrill. It's going to target Alcremie, who's just come onto the field. Alcremie has that 110 base special attack as well as its 121 special defense. And it's going to use a Shell Smasher. It's just going to boost its defenses. Speaking of impressive defenses as well, Steelix has a 200 base defense, which is just unbelievable. Excadrill, like I said, has that 135 base attack, which it's been using very well so far. Steelix now, going to go with a Fire Punch. If it can go for Ninetales, it'll be super effective, and it does. Massive hit onto Ninetales. Creamy's going to take damage from that hail, as will Excadrill and Steelix. I feel like I've caught up now with the battle after being left absolutely stunned by that Sheer Cold. As always, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle, and if we hit that 20-minute time, we will go into single battle overtime. We're going to get a Seed Bomb now coming from Alcremie. This should be super effective. It goes on the Steelix, but it's not going to do a great deal of damage. I apologize, it wasn't super effective. But only gets Steelix down into the yellow. We're going to get a Dragon Tail now coming from Ninetales onto Steelix. Very minor damage, but it'll send Steelix back to the bench. And now coming into the field will be Metagross, the pseudo-legendary, who was the Pokemon who had the very impressive performance against the Snow Point Frost recently, eliminating 6 out of 6 Pokemon on the opposing team. Unbelievable to see that. I guess that's why it's a pseudo-legendary though, with that 135 base attack and 130 base defense. It is just a terrifying pseudo-legendary. Olivine Ore are equal first as well with the Cinnabar Flare, so they're going to want this win because they want that spot for themselves. Excadrill now. It's going to go with a Sparkling Aria. This is going to hit everybody on the field. It takes Ninetales down into the red. Metagross is looking to follow it up. And it's going to go with a Head Smash. And this one's going to go for Ninetales as well. This should finish it off, and it does. So now Ninetales has been eliminated. Wow, at this rate, Olivine Ore look like they're on path for a clean sweep. We've only ever seen one of them before here in the Elite Challenge League, and it was the very first battle ever to happen. So if they can continue that here, that'll be amazing. Alcremie now with a Leer. So it's just going to lower those defense stats of Excadrill. Excadrill taking damage from the hail, as will everyone else on the field along with it. We're about to have our 5th Pokemon now come out for the Ballonlea Angels. Ballonlea Angels are currently sitting 11th overall, so they definitely want this win, and they send out Togekiss, who has that super luck hidden ability. So see if it can take advantage of that and get those special critical hits. It's got 120 special attack, 115 special defense. Get an Ice Fang now coming from Excadrill. If it goes for Togekiss, and it does, it'll be super effective, and already Togekiss is taken down into the yellow. It's unbelievable dominance from Olivine Ore so far. We're going to get a low kick now coming from Togekiss. It goes for Metagross. Taking Metagross down the yellow, I have to think it might have actually been better off targeting Excadrill. Magnetic Flux now, but it does fail. Now Alcremie. It's going to go with a Growl. So just continuing to lower the stats of the opposing team. It needs to take advantage of its special attack stats, I think. But that hail will finally stop, so no more damage in between turns for the Pokemon. But everybody currently is sitting in the yellow for their health. Here goes Excadrill, continuing its show of force. And it's going to go with a Perish Song, so maybe I spoke too soon about a clean sweep being done by the Olivine Ore. Everybody on the field will faint in 3 turns. That's if they don't get knocked out before that. Togekiss now going with the Cross Chop. Metagross avoids that attack. Now Metagross respond with a Shadow Claw. And it's going to target Alcremie, and there it is. Alcremie is eliminated. That's 4 down for the Ballonlea Angels, and still we are yet to have an elimination for the Olivine Ore. But that Perish count falls to 3 for all the Pokemon on the field. And now Carbink, the last Pokemon for the Ballonlea Angels, coming onto the field. Carbink, not an offensive Pokemon, very defensive with that 150 base defense and special defense. But will take a lot to chip away at that Pokemon. Get Strength Sap now, coming from Excadrill. Targeting Togekiss. So there's the attack being lowered, and Excadrill is going to restore some HP thanks to that move. Togekiss now. It's going to go with a Baby Doll Ice, so it's not taking the time to do some offensive moves. However, Excadrill's impressive attack stat will be lowered. Metagross now. It's going to go with a Mud Slap. Surely it's going to want to target Carbink, and it does. There's that defense of Carbink, even though super effective, barely doing any damage to Carbink whatsoever. Its accuracy will be lowered though. Now it's going to go with a Cotton Guard. Carbink definitely needs to be boosting its defense stats in the meantime, even if it can boost its attack stats. And there's that Perish count falling to 2. We still could actually see a clean sweep here by the Olivine Ore. Wow, I've completely given up on the Ballonlea Angels by the sounds of it, but they are just fighting an uphill battle right now against arguably the most dominant team in the Elite Challenge League at the moment. Roleplay by Carbink, so its Sandforce will now become... roleplay by Excadrill. New ability is now Sturdy. Toxic being used by Togekiss. It won't affect the Steel typing though. Steel type's been immune to Poison type moves. Mean Look coming from Metagross. So it's looking to lower the stats of Carbink. Sorry, it's just going to make it so Carbink can't escape, but there's no one on the bench for Carbink to switch with anyway. Nasty Plot now coming from Carbink. So again, it's continuing to boost its stats, raising that special attack. Perish count falls to 1. So maybe Carbink can prep itself for when other Pokemon come back onto the field. Excadrill now. It's going to go with a Tail Slap. Targeting Carbink. Very minor damage. It gets 3 hits. That third one so far is a critical hit. Not very effective. So hits 3 times. Carbink taking some blows. Frost Breath now coming from Togekiss. It targets Excadrill. So Excadrill's HP being taken down with a critical hit as it we said before, that super luck hidden ability. Metagross now. It's going to go with a Sweet Scent. There we go. Lowering the stats of Carbink, its evasiveness being lowered, so it will be surely taking hits from Steelix, who will be coming back onto the field, surely being joined by the 4th Pokemon. Liquidation coming from Carbink. Going for Metagross. Not a great deal of damage, but that Perish count finally falls to 0, so Excadrill, Metagross, and Togekiss are all leaving this field. They've all been eliminated thanks to that Perish Song by Excadrill early in the battle. Olivine will not get their clean sweep today. Now we're going to see Steelix coming back onto the field, as well as the fourth Pokemon for the Olivine Ore. There it is, there's Steelix. And it's going to be Bronzong coming on for the Olivine Ore as well. Bronzong having that 116 defense and special defense, so another defensively based Pokemon. Carbine going with the conversion, so it's not going with an offensive move, which the Ballonlea Angels need to hit. Will change its type to normal though. Bronzong is going to go with a power trip. And there we go, just minor damage being done to Carbine. Carbine might be able to hold out on this for a while. We get a struggle bug now coming from Steelix. A little bit more damage, and thankfully it lowers the special attack of Carbine. They need to lower that defense stat. Like I said, they're both 150. So it's going to be able to take a lot of attacks from the Olivine Ore. Carbine goes with a fake out. Unfortunately, it'll fail. Bronzong now going with a Thunderbolt. Finally getting Carbine down into the yellow. Still got 2/5 of its health remaining. Get a Rock Smash from Steelix. So these two Steel-type Pokemon are just chipping away at Carbine. It's almost horrible to see. The Olivine have been unbelievably dominant, winning their past 3 games. So this rate, it looks like they're going to win their 4th in a row. Just an unbelievable show of strength. Get a lash out now, coming from Bronzong. Carbine still holding on, it's still in the yellow. Desperately trying to hold on for as long as it can. Powder Snow coming from Steelix. Finally Carbine is taken down into the red. I can't believe it's still holding on. Very impressive by this little Pokemon. Even more funny is that Carbine has the speed advantage. Goes for Poison Fang, which won't affect the Steel types, but it's got a speed advantage over Steelix and Bronzong. Bronzong now gonna go with a Meteor Beam. Oh my god, this is going to hit hard. It will actually hit though in the next turn. It is a 2-turn move. So its special attack's gonna rise before it does this. Maybe Steelix can take Carbine out of its misery before that, but instead goes with an Aqua Ring, so it's just gonna be restoring its own health. And there's that health being restored from the Aqua Ring there. This does not look good for Carbine unless it can avoid the move from Bronzong. Carbine goes to the Magic Room, so it's just going to negate the effects of everybody's Leper Berries. But here it is, here comes the Meteor Beam. And that's it, Carbine has been eliminated, and the Ballonlea Angels have been absolutely dominated today by the Olivine, and I can't believe it started with the sheer cold from Excadrill. That absolutely stunned me, left me flabbergasted. I'm sure you could tell with the commentary. It's not just that I'm not very good at this. It was actual shock. And even the struggle from Steelix taking out Rapidash, it was just a terrible start from the Ballonlea Angels. They could never get going. They didn't even make any offensive eliminations in this battle, which is really horrible to see. Hopefully they can have better luck next week when they go to Lumiose City to take on the Lumiose Lightning. Whereas, unbelievable performance by the Olivine. You got to think on percentage, with a dominating win like that, odds are they're going to be on top of the ladder at the end of this round. And next week, they're going to be hosting the Vilestone Combat, so they're going to hope to continue this momentum and get their 5th win in a row, which we'll see if that happens. That Perish Song being the only thing to actually take any members of the Olivine out, but that Meteor Beam finished it. After Carbine held on for so long. So unfortunate for the Ballonlea Angels. Again, very impressive by the Olivine. Nidorinos. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field in that short space of time. And always remember, you are awesome, and I will speak to you next time.